The Oracle Network.
You have not commented on the new merch I'm sporting.
I was staring at it and I was like, is that new?
Isn't it cute?
It's so cute. I can't remember if that's one you already had or not.
No, this one is new. It's really big. Look how big the logo is.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
That's really cute.
Thank ya.
I got Michael the t-shirt version of that, but he never wears it.
Oh, how rude. Why?
It's in my drawer somewhere. I don't know.
Seems like you should wear it every once in a while.
He's looking at us with contempt.
He's like, oh no, we're back to this again? Hi!
Hey guys, welcome.
We're Abby and Shauna.
And this is Anxious and Afraid. Shauna decided to switch that up.
Look, it's been a long time in podcast years, okay? Sorry.
Yes. We are a podcast and we've been on a break.
Yeah, because poor Abby, has been sliced open.
It's a gnarly way to put it, but
I just thought we should go right to it.
sure. Yep, we are on break because I had surgery on my wrist and it went well and I'm in a cast.
Yeah.
And it's been 1
week?
4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks, yeah.
Has it been 4 weeks? I don't know how many weeks it's been. Almost 4 weeks, I think. And in 2 more weeks, I hopefully get this freaking cast off.
Right?
Or maybe...
Are you still itchy from it?
Yeah.
That
it
sucks.
does itch. It goes all the way up to my elbow.
Yeah.
The first one, they had me in completely encased my elbow, so I could not bend my arm for a couple weeks, which is like one of my worst nightmares. It's very claustrophobic for me to think about not being able to bend my arm.
Oh, I can totally understand that, though.
Yeah, I used to think about that before I had surgery, just because, intrusive thoughts. And I was like, wow, how much would it suck to have your limb just like trapped somewhere where you couldn't? And then I would freak out because I would get claustrophobic just thinking about it.
Totally.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's good.
So that's good.
You're handling it great.
Thank you.
You look so strong and glowy.
No one has signed my cast yet, so I'm feeling a little bit...
You're a nerd. No one likes you.
Yeah, that's exactly the feelings I'm getting. I was like, I'm going to get a cast finally. All of my school dreams will come true because I never had one and I always wanted one so people could sign it. And now no one has signed it.
Oh, what a time to get a cast.
I know. I said, Michael, can you say, put your name on it and write have a good summer? And he said, no. And he said he's going to put someone else's name on it.
I'll sign your cast.
Thank you. Will you sign it with your own name?
Yeah, I'll say, you're so hot. See you later.
See you later. The people taking off my cast will be like, wait, how old are you?
We're bored. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Well, what have you been up to on our break?
I don't even know. Life's been hard as an adult. People be crazy. Health be crazy.
Always.
The news be crazy. Oh, okay, I'm not going to even go into that, but that's been an obsessive point in my life, and now that's over.
Oh, God, you got to get away. It's very unhealthy.
I know, but I was obsessed, but now it's turned off because
good.
it's over.
Man, yeah, this world, it'll take it out of you.
It's exhausting.
It really is. Especially when you're at home and have nothing else to focus on.
Yeah. But then I'm also kind of grateful that I'm able to like watch it at home and like have it on my television.
True.
Because like it would be way harder to have that like on my phone if we were still like at a work building.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not interesting at all. But I'm excited. I get my vaccine tomorrow.
Oh my God, so do I, and so does Michael. We're all getting vaccinated tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Well, our first
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get the second one. But oh my gosh, okay, I did not plan that. I did not know that you guys were also doing Sunday.
I didn't realize it was all going to be on the same day either, but hey.
Going to different places. I'll be in my car.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I have a milkshake.
Oh.
I treat myself, man.
Nice.
I deserve it.
That's smart.
Plus, you have to sit in your car for like 15 minutes afterwards, so
We might as well have a milkshake.
might as well be sipping on a milkshake.
Man, you're a genius.
I know. So do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Get yourselves a milkshake.
Also bring a milkshake.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I can't think of much else that happened to me. I haven't been doing much other than just sitting around. I'm pretty much caught up on all of the adult Disney movies now, the live action ones.
Like you're running out of like Netflix shows and...
No, there's still a lot I could watch. I actually
yeah.
get tired of the TV. Some days I don't even turn it on because I'm just so sick of it.
I do not blame you.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to sit here anymore, and I don't want to stare at this TV. It makes me sad.
Aw.
It's,
I've
like,
been trying
nice
to
out.
like hang out or like make sure we still have like a girls' day, or I brought you over so you can get out of your house once.
Shauna has been
I've been
so
trying
good.
a little bit.
She's been getting me out of the house.
Not giving you sponge baths, but
No, I mean, I still am waiting on that, and no one else has volunteered either, so I've had to bathe myself, which is, I would rather have
just
someone else.
average. Just every day bathing.
It's just, I have this giant plastic thing I have to put over my entire arm.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you can't get it wet.
Yeah, I can't get it wet.
Oh, that sucks.
So it's really cute. But yeah, so we're going to try and bring you guys content as
Here
much
and
as we
there.
can from
Yeah.
here on out.
Yeah.
And hopefully once I get this cast off, I can type. Not a lot, but
Right.
I'll probably do shorter episodes now that I think about it.
Honestly, you should give yourself a little break.
You mean I can't type 16 pages?
No. You can cut that in half, please. Thank God.
Like, for all of our sakes, could you calm down?
Can you not traumatize us again like you did with the sharks, please?
Oh, I'm currently reading 2 books about disasters
Ooh.
simultaneously.
Love it.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of like ghost shows.
Good.
I've been on a paranormal kick.
I can't do that when I'm alone by myself. I get scared.
I do that all the time. I prefer to be by myself because if Chad comes downstairs, I can't have his comments.
Yeah, I have to pause things when Michael
do.
comes around because I know he's going to judge me for it.
I rather fucking pause that shit than hear you complain about how stupid it is because I'm aware, but I love it.
Yeah. But today we're going to read some listener stories because we've got some awesome listeners.
We're trying to bring it back a little listens.
Yeah, little listens.
This
It's
is
been a
our
while.
third one maybe ever.
Yeah, we didn't do very many of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, we weren't getting a whole lot of stories.
Yeah, I thought people would want to share more, but it's also kind of, it's a lot to write down if you think about it, if it's a long story.
Oh, yeah. People are busy and living their busy lives. I understand.
Yeah.
But we just have to reach that level of fame someday where people will.
Yeah, someday.
Someday.
I bet you in a parallel universe, we're super famous right now.
I bet we are like on a stage living our best Georgia and Karen life.
Yeah, and in another parallel universe, we're probably dead somewhere.
Absolutely. And in another universe, we're probably lovers somewhere.
Oh my God, yes. Sorry, Michael.
Well, yeah, there's obviously some universes where I'm dead and you're both alive. So
And married.
And that we killed you, or I killed you.
Now it's murder.
For Abby's love.
how about that universe where I killed both of you?
Oh God, that's the one where we're
believe it.
both dead.
I believe it.
And then there's one where I kill both of you. I mean, I'm sure there's a round robin where we just all kill each other.
We're just calculating each other.
Or are married. Those are our 2 options, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Weird.
sorry, Michael.
Nothing I could do about it. It was inevitable.
He did just admit in a parallel universe he's going to murder us both. So I think there's something bubbling under the surface.
I think he dreams about it at night.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely probably good that it's dreamt and not acted on.
I don't know. Sometimes I think he's trying to like force choke us. I can see his hands out of the corner of my eye just like squeezing around an imaginary throat. I think he's
He's going to poison us one of these days. He's just going to put something in our drinks and then we're going to fall to the ground.
Will we have earned it? Maybe.
Absolutely,
Will
probably.
we have driven him to that? Maybe. Are we driving it to him currently?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
I feel very responsible.
I don't know if I let this out to the fans, then that sort of clears me in a way.
I don't know. I feel like that makes you look worse if we actually die. They're going to be like, play
You
this
called
in
it.
court and be like, look, she was scared.
And he's the one who edited it and let it go through. Yeah.
Because
that
you're
makes a lot of
overly
sense.
confident,
Oh,
murderer.
okay.
Yeah, murderers are overly confident. There's a lot of Virgo murderers.
There are.
Unfortunately, there
Looking
is.
at both of you. Not a lot of Taurus murderers. We're too busy eating and thinking about eating.
Oh, I mean, I do that too, though.
I feel like that's a big trope on like the astrological stuff. That's Taurus. They're always like, yeah, you like to eat, fat ass. I'm like, so?
Really?
I do like to eat.
I don't even have Taurus in my, like, rising or moon. Oh. But I eat, and I love, and I live to eat.
Well, I guess you don't have to be a Taurus.
No.
Anyways,
so we're going to read some of your emails, I guess.
We're done going off on tangents for now.
We'll see. There's going to be a lot in the middle, I'm sure. Sorry, we're going to be rusty, but that's why you came here, right? You love it. You miss us.
You missed it.
You miss us. Ridiculousness.
And we missed you. We missed you so much. It's been so weird not doing this.
Honestly, truly, I have missed it. And I'm glad that we're at least doing like a little listens.
I've been empty inside. I'm like sitting around. I'm not even podcasting.
What is our life if we're not podcasting? Millennial problems.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read you an email now because that's what this is supposed to be about.
And I'm ready for it.
So we'll go back and forth, but I'm reading the first one. Okay.
She did a hair flip. She said that.
I am ready. Hair flip. Okay. This is from our old high school friend, Katie Sue.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, girl. She was telling us that she was like binging our podcast while she was like doing crafts and stuff, and I was like, hell yeah, that's so awesome.
I love that, and I love crafts. I love the energy.
Yeah, totally vibing. Anyway, so she wrote this lovely email, and here I am to read it for you.
Here we are.
Okay, she goes. Hold on to your butts, guys, because we are going down trauma lane.
Oh my God, here we go. Holding my butt.
And I'm your driver, Katie. Please keep hands and feet inside the vehicle and try not to catch big feelings. She's off to a great start.
I love her writing.
Already great. Okay. So like most listeners, I probably suppress and forget most of the weird shit that has happened to me, but the one thing recently that has brought to the surface. My dad is the life of the party, a blue-collar trucker, and can fix anything. But he loves a good reaction from one of his wild stories from his past.
Okay.
Because I've heard this story multiple times through my life, I think I can take what he's saying with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Got you.
It's kind of like my dad, also blue-collar trucker.
Yeah.
Likes stories.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So... but the first time meeting my BF, okay, I'll say boyfriend, Andrew, he pulled up a chair and decided to tell him the most wild story I've ever heard.
Oh, God.
Okay. Now, if this is true, which I don't know if it is, I'm shocked I've never heard of it. This is a story he decided to tell my very innocent boyfriend who doesn't believe in ghosts or anything supernatural. Got you. They all never do.
You gotta throw him into the deep end first.
Yeah.
Sink or swim, motherfucker.
Very true. Okay, she says, my dad said that when he would go to his grandparents' farm, he would play in this old truck on the property. It didn't run, and he was a kid and loved to pretend to drive it. Love that.
Cute.
One day, when running to the truck, he noticed a man sitting in it.
Uh-oh.
When he got closer, he didn't recognize the man, but noticed he had a nice face and a big black biker boots.
Okay.
Okay. This man had the door open and one leg outside of the truck, like he was just hanging out. Very relaxed.
Weird.
Okay. When my dad approached him, the man said, "Don't worry, you are going to be okay." Ooh.
Okay, sir, in my truck.
Right? And this is like he's a kid at the time. Okay. Okay, so for some reason, my dad just shrugged this off and kept playing somewhere else.
Oh, that's right. He was a kid.
Yeah,
okay.
He's a kid. So I think he assumed he was a friend of the family and he was just checking out the truck. As a kid would think.
Grown-up stuff.
Right. It's like probably something weird grown-up stuff. Within the hour, he was playing, riding his bike, climbing a tree, and I can't remember, and badly got hurt. So he fell or something. The wind got knocked out of him, and he said that he cried out for help and looked back at the truck, and no one was there.
Ooh.
The grandparents took him inside and was cleaning him up, and he said that he screamed for the man in the truck to help him, but he must have left. His grandparents were so confused, though. He said Yeah, the man with the black boots. I don't know if they thought he might have had a concussion or just chalked it up to like a kid's imagination, but life went on.
Oh, okay.
As people ignore the weird stuff.
Yeah, they're like, okay, you bumped your head.
That's fine. Don't tell anybody. Okay, bye.
Suppress that. All right. Dinner time.
Okay. She says the next time he went to visit, they were going through old photos, and they had one of his uncles sitting in that old truck on the property.
Ew.
My dad pointed to the guy and said, "That's him."
Ew.
That's the guy who told me I was going to be okay the day I got hurt. My grandparents were stunned and told him that was his Uncle Jimmy, who was no longer alive.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my dad, to this day, believes he saw the ghost and that his uncle was letting him know he was going to be okay. I mean, that's like, I guess, a nice little comforting, like, visit.
That's cute.
Okay. So, okay, she continues on. It's a long email, I said. Forgive my winded, I'm out of shape just reading.
You know, reading is hard, and we had to climb steps to get up here, so.
Yeah, it's really hard for us. Okay. Now that I've heard the story 20 times, but I never heard the second part.
Oh, okay.
There's more to it, which makes sense why. But what doesn't make sense is why he told my boyfriend for the first time that they met this fucked up story. Right? Just go right in. The new boyfriend.
Gotta scare him a little.
He said, "Yep, Uncle Jimmy was not only dead, but killed himself and 5 other people."
Uh-oh. That's a little dirty.
Oh my gosh. She said, "I guess he had a mental breakdown and was shooting some cattle. When 2 guys came out to investigate what was going on, he shot them. And then when a pregnant woman, that always gets me, came out of her house to see what the shots were, he shot her. And then he went home to kill his wife and daughter and then himself." Jesus, that's a lot.
So much killing.
His whole family and others. That is intense. Wow, okay. His family obviously were devastated, and by all the actions of his uncle, they never talked about it, understandably.
Yep.
Now imagine me hearing this story for the first time in front of my boyfriend, who at the time I had only been dating for 2 weeks. I was horrified, all in caps.
You're like, "Dad, stop it."
Like, you're just off to a bad start already.
He's crying, Dad.
Okay, she ends it with, "I tried to delete from my memory, my brain, and I couldn't, but almost 3 years from hearing this. But I haven't found anything about my uncle or the murders in the news or internet. But I guess in the 70s, there was an article in the paper that he had read about it. But I haven't been able to track that down either. Now, I'm not trained in sleuth like you are, Lar. I don't think we're trained either." No. I'll attach my text between my dad and I with the only info I have. Don't feel pressure to look into it, but I would love to hear more about it, about this case, and it would be a great story to tell since it was a local case." Yeah, okay. Dang, that would mean it would be here in this state?
Yeah, I'm now remembering, because you sent this to us a while ago, and I do remember trying to, like, locate it, but I couldn't find anything either, and I was looking through old newspaper archives. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't, maybe it was in a paper that isn't in that archive.
Yeah, who knows? But it sucks that we can't find anything about it.
I know, because that is heinous. And
you'd think you'd be able to find something about that.
That's a big crime.
Crazy. She just ends like, "Happy to talk about it with you guys. Anyways, sorry if this is one of the weirdest emails you've ever gotten." With little ghost emoji. No, that was great. That was like 2 in 1. Like,
yeah,
ghost
thanks,
and
Katie.
true crime.
I know, twofer.
The way you wrote that was great, and I hopefully did it justice. But thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah, man. Thanks for taking the time to write all that.
For sure. We super appreciate it.
How creepy.
Super creepy. I love like weird ghost stories like that.
Right, where it's like you see a ghost and they're like, "He's been dead 200 years."
They say like one mysterious thing to you and then something happens.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, should I go now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we have another email from a newer listener. of ours named Caitlin Carlin.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. She's been like on our Facebook and stuff, just chilling, awesome. Hanging out, posting. Love it. So let's see here. She said she's getting caught up on all of the episodes. I think she said she is caught up now, but her favorite stories are about the random weird stuff rain.
Oh, me too, girlfriend.
The blobs and the Kentucky meat.
Please find more of that.
Oh my God, those were so weird.
Those always rile me up.
I know, I love those ones too. Okay, so she wrote us a wonderful story of her experience. So here we go. I'm going to tell her. Okay. It was a weekend, and I was driving to a friend's house at around 2 a.m. This friend works night shift and had the night off, so I was going to spend some time with them. Late night excuses aside, I was tired. I mean, 2 a.m. I'm already asleep.
Oh, for sure. That's way too late.
I am old now. I come to a break in the trees where there is just grass on both sides of the road. No houses I can see, really. Then I see a figure on the side of the road.
Nightmare.
It looks to me like a very skinny man in jeans and a white t-shirt.
Nope.
Crouched as though he were about to sprint across the road.
No.
My stomach dropped because I really thought he was about to sprint across the road. But as I got closer, my brain realized it was not a person. Somehow it still looked like a humanoid figure to me, probably because that's what I was expecting. But it sort of looked like a scarecrow with like metallic stuff around the neck where the hay should be coming out.
Okay.
But I could have sworn I saw a face.
Ooh.
It scared me so much that as I got past it, I was afraid to look in my rearview mirror because I just knew it was going to be in my back seat.
We always have that fear.
Right? Like, even if it is back there, if I don't see it, it can't hurt me.
Right? Or if I'm going to get killed, I just don't want to see it.
Right? Just kill me. I don't want to know. She said, I have never had a thought like that. Well, I've had thoughts like that, but this was the first one I really believed in the moment. And she said, this story is longer than I expected. Sorry, LOL. So I get to my friend's house and run up to him, and he sees that I'm shaking. So I tell him what's up. He wants to go back and look, and I do too. Oh, fuck no.
It's 2 a.m. still. No.
Now, when I tell people this story, they're like, are you crazy? I don't know. Maybe. I guess I wanted to ease my fear somehow. So we jump in my car, and I was fully expecting this field to be completely empty. But there was something there. Something my tired brain couldn't comprehend before. Standing there was one of those tall metal A-frame posts with flowers like the ones that people put at the scene of car crashes where a loved one has died. And she got chills all over her body. And, well, that was it. I realized it was probably just a trick of the light and my tired brain not functioning correctly, but the fear I felt, that was really real. And she says, okay, I'm slightly embarrassed after typing all of that up, but thanks for reading my story. And if you decide to read it, I can't wait to hear what you think. But she said she thought that the scarecrow thing was maybe just a brain fart, but the crouched man, to her, she thought maybe it was like a flash of a person who maybe passed away and like that was their ghost or something by the side of the road.
Because that's like where they died.
Yeah.
That was the memorial. Interesting.
Creepy.
I mean, yeah, I would think the same way and also feel like instant fear immediately. I mean, that's what this is about. That's right? What we are. That's
like horror movie when you're driving alone, it's night, and then like something comes up out of the side of the road and it's just like, ooh.
Absolutely not. That's nightmare.
Thank you for your story, Caitlin.
Thank you. No, I purposely didn't read that, so that was shocking to me, and I love it.
Yes.
Awesome. I love these emails. Great job, guys. I have another one. Another really big fan of ours. I mentioned her before, and I know I botched her name, and I'm gonna botch it again most likely, and I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person. Because I've like gone through this like twice with her. And I want to say it's like Korea
Okay.
rather than Karia.
Right. I know Karia was wrong because that's what we said. And
Right.
it was wrong.
I'm so sorry, girl, if I keep getting it wrong. But told you I'd read your email, and here it is.
Here we go.
She's great on our Facebook, too. She posts a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, she does.
Very much appreciate her.
Thanks, girl.
Okay, so this is what she sent to us. I've been dying to share this story with you guys, but I also feel super weird about it, as I went to school with the girl, and she was friends with my friends. Anyways, I'm going... Yeah, I know, like... Ooh. Anyways, I'm going to try my best to tell my version of the story. It's a little difficult, as I was following the story from the day she went missing.
Oh, God. This is like... Oh, that's so close to home.
It is... Yeah, she's in our state, so it is close to home. I mean, all of these are people we know.
Yeah.
We're like, please write us. Okay, so yeah, the day she went missing, constantly doing research to try and find answers, and it just doesn't feel as suspenseful now that I know what happened. I don't think I can ever do a podcast, so kudos to you guys. Thank you. I don't think we can do one either. We just do it.
It just keeps happening?
I'm
not sure.
Okay, I'm going to give you a brief version of the story, but I totes recommend doing extensive research and doing a full episode. I'd love it personally. Okay, let's see what's up. Sarah was last seen leaving her place of work on February 19th, 2018.
Oh, God, that was so
That
recent.
is way too recent. Okay. On Tuesday, February 20th, so the next day, a concerned friend called the Redmond police to report Gomez hadn't returned home for a few days. So Sarah Gomez. I think I've heard this name.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Okay, so Redmond police forwarded the information to Bend police, who on February 21st identified Brian Penner, I believe is how you say it, a former boyfriend of Gomez, as a person of interest. Gomez had several unwelcome workplace visits and other documented violent acts throughout their relationship.
Oh, sad.
That resulted in a bad breakup and a restraining order. Ugh. Oh, she was like trying.
Yeah.
4 days after 4 days of Sarah missing, Penner was taken into custody. Authorities obtained a search warrant for Penner's apartment, where officers found bloody ropes, blood puddles,
Oh, no.
and smears of blood.
Oh, no.
I hate the word smear.
I hate the word blood puddles. I don't.
Yeah, it's all wrong.
Terrible.
Sounds so wrong. Okay, Penner was ultimately held in custody. Custody. Sounded like South Park.
Like a Kardashian.
Oh, okay.
Custody.
I did watch their episode this morning, so it makes sense. Okay, sorry. Okay, Penner was ultimately held in custody as the police raced to build a case against him. The whole time, Penner denying having anything to do with Sarah's case. Keep in mind, Gomez is still missing, and there are huge search parties going on this whole time. The morning of March 11th, 2018, Brian Penner is found dead in his cell.
Oh, no.
I hate this. Okay, he hung himself with the sheets.
Okay, damn it.
Actually, okay, I think I looked at this a long time ago. She attached a link of this suicide note, which I bet is just eerie. With Penner out of the picture, the possibility of finding Sarah was sputtered. Is that a word?
It sputtered out.
Sputtered. Oh, okay. I like that word. I've never heard it.
Oh, I've heard puttered or sputtered.
Sputtered.
I don't know.
Okay. I like it.
Adopt it. Use it as your own.
Okay. I clearly don't know words. Search parties were doubled in size, and more searches were being carried out daily. Yeah, I bet that was huge. On May 25th, 2008, a hiker discovered a body wrapped in a comforter and tarp under a tree near Horse Ridge.
No.
It was soon identified as Sarah Gomez. R.I.P. girl.
Poor girl.
Ultimately, the case was closed as a homicide. Yeah, clearly.
And they just said it was the ex guy.
Yeah. I mean,
all the stuff in his apartment.
It's all looking really bad.
Yeah.
This is the short version of the story. I mean, no disrespect to Sarah or her family. Same. We don't take this lightly. This is the case, or she says, but this case was, she actually says frucking intense instead of fucking.
Frucking intense.
I don't know if that's a typo, but it's also funny. Yeah, and she was following it as it happened. That's so crazy. And like your friends were her friends. That's crazy.
To know the person.
That's way too close. I can't even imagine. So she finishes off. If you decide to do a deeper search, there was a part of the story involving Penner's mom that was hella suspicious. I like that better than sus.
You don't like sus?
I don't like sus. I like suspicious.
Okay. I kind of like sus.
I tried to use it and I just didn't like it.
Okay.
I'm trying all the new hip lingo. It slaps, you know. I sound so white and old. Okay, so suspicious, and I think she was involved, possibly. Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember what it was, and I can't find it just skimming through news articles. Sorry, sad face. Hope you guys enjoy this story. Yikes. Yeah, that's intense. I feel like I definitely remember this name, though.
It does sound
when it was
familiar.
probably happening. Ugh, poor girl.
That's awful.
Should I read the suicide note, or is that too much?
I mean, is it long?
No. I mean, I don't think it's worth it. He doesn't deserve attention.
No.
But because he's probably still denying it and being creepy.
Yeah. If he didn't, like, admit guilt or anything,
No, he probably totally did it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing with us. I can't imagine being close to someone that happened to.
Yeah, me neither. So thanks for opening up about that. That's crazy.
Well, we have one more.
Okay, let's finish this off.
Are you ready to close it out?
Let's do this.
This one's actually for my mom. She's been telling me this story ever since I was a kid, and I was like, Mom, like, that's a crazy true crime story. Like, why won't you just write it down?
Oh my gosh, a true crime. Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, yay.
Actually, most of ours are true crime today.
Oh, I didn't even think. Yay. Yeah, with a little ghosty in there.
Yeah, a sprinkle of paranormal.
I love this. It can be anything, you guys, by the way.
Truly.
If we want more little listens in the future, we want to hear any stories.
I like them all.
Me too.
Just fascinated.
Just crazy stories.
Even, like, I would love to hear, like, natural disaster ones. Like, if you've, like, remember when
the tornado.
Jesse sent us the tornado one?
Yeah, absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Or a flood story would be really intense because I'm terrified of it, like, being caught in a flood, or tsunami. Actually, is
tsunami.
It's the tsunami. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. From Mama Beck. Here we are.
Mama love.
Mama love. So, while attending beauty school in 1978.
Nice.
Just think of the hair.
I know. So
all
much
the feathering.
Jinx. And we're back twinning.
So much feathering. Okay. So, while attending beauty school in 1978, I rode the city bus to the Eugene station on a sunny Saturday morning. I had my purse and my case, and I was walking to the school on 13th and Oak. I had just passed a parking structure on 10th and Oak. Mm-hmm. Do you know the one she's talking about? That parking garage is still there, which is so creepy.
I think so.
And I think I've parked there, which is
I think so too.
So creepy.
Okay.
Whoa.
Parking garages are creepy. At night, especially.
I don't.
It's great.
Like it.
Things have happened to me in parking garages.
Yeah, not anything good. Okay, so she had just passed that parking structure when a woman dressed in a long skirt, sweater, and jacket with a purse passed me and smiled. We were the only other people on the street at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, early morning.
Yes. But then behind her was a tall young man. He had on jeans and a light blue shirt and had a t-shirt on his head, like he tried to pull it off over his neck and just left it on his head to cover his hair. You know when they, like, it's kind of like,
yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, pulled tight across their head.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Okay, yeah. When he passed me, he turned his head and put his hand up so that I couldn't see his face.
Oh, God. This is eerie.
Yeah, it's a creepy story. I thought he was acting odd, so I turned around to see that he was to see what he was doing. And he walked up behind the other woman, put an arm around her waist, and a hand over her mouth.
Oh, my God. Like witnessing it.
Yeah, and he started to carry her up the ramp into the over part.
Absolutely not.
She was kicking and fighting. And he swung around and saw me watching. He dropped her.
Terrifying. Okay, I'm sorry, go.
He dropped her on the pavement and he ran up into the overpark. And I went over to see if she was okay. And she ran into the coffee shop under the parking structure. And then he ran out of the overpark towards me. I took off running up Oak. Then I saw him go behind the Vips restaurant. I don't think that's there anymore. And took off. Oh, and he took the shirt off of his head. And I could see that he had blonde curly hair. And he was laughing. I followed him until I got a good look at him. And then I went to school and called the police. A police officer showed up at my school and caused quite a bit of an excitement. Can you imagine at a beauty school, all the girls?
Oh my gosh, right. It's a beauty school. That's
Ooh, Becky, officer.
Officer just wants to speak to you.
Officer Hot Stuff Tight Pants. He asked me to go with him to identify the guy that they thought was getting on the bus. But before they could get there, the officer got a call and they said they had lost him. He got on the bus.
Dang it.
The officer was so angry. My mom said that she was in the car with him and he slammed his hands on the steering wheel. And
what an intense moment. You're in a police car.
Yeah, and he just like loses it for a second.
Wow.
He took me back to school and said that the woman had also called it in, but she never heard anything after that.
Oh, I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah, and she said that, I'm glad I was there. Who knows what might have happened if I hadn't been the only other person on the street that morning. But isn't that so intense?
Wow, I'm flustered. I'm speechless.
Right?
First of all, you're witnessing this intense.
Yeah, she was like
Early in the
retelling
morning.
it last weekend when we were at the coast. She was telling us.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love that.
And she was saying how, like, she just couldn't believe what she was seeing. Like, she was just staring, like, am I actually witnessing this right now? Like,
Right.
at 8 a.m.?
And then, like, so, like, at first you're thinking, oh my gosh, this woman that I'm witnessing. But then all of a sudden he looks at you and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I'm in this exact situation.
Yeah, I'm also a woman by myself.
Run your little legs off. Like, oh my God. That's
Yeah, my
so
mom was like a
intense.
tiny person.
She's very short.
Yeah, she is not intimidating.
Wow, that's an amazing story.
Yeah, she's told me that so many times, but I never get tired of hearing it because it's just like,
I love that.
at least it has like a good, well, kind of a good ending. Like,
Yeah,
the girl,
like-
nothing terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like she was like raped, I hope.
No, he dropped her on the ground before
Right.
because my mom saw him, so she just landed like right on her ass and she's just like,
Wow.
Can't even
so
imagine.
lucky.
Can you-
but
like, you're
still
just-
so traumatizing.
I know, you're just walking and someone grabs you from behind and puts a hand over your mouth.
Absolute fucking nightmare.
Ugh. And he was laughing. Oh God.
Which is so maniacal. Oh, that is so devilish.
He just thought it was funny.
Ew, men. Ew.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
the 70s.
thank you, Mom, for being there.
That was a great story, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it happened like so close to where we live and like we've been to those
Right?
places.
True that. And the police car moment, too. How intense of a moment to be a part of.
Right. He's just like the classic moment of like slamming his hands on the, like, damn
Yeah.
it.
Oh my gosh, so
He
intense.
got away.
Wow.
Have I ever told my creepy parking lot story? Did I tell mine last time?
I don't know. I don't think so.
At the ATM, or not the ATM, but like the parking.
Oh, when you were paying for parking?
Yeah.
I'm not, I mean, I think I know the story, but I'm also your BFF forever. But
So you know all my stories. I'll just tell it.
Yeah, just tell it.
Because it was about that, around that same area.
yeah, right. It's downtown
like,
Eugene.
How many years later? I don't know.
30, 40.
40?
Oh,
I don't
God.
know. 30.
We don't like to admit our age.
Yeah. I'm 22. I was just able to drink last year. It was super fun. Yes, so I was going to get a massage, and it's in Eugene, and it's in the Bermuda area, and we call it Bermuda because we live in like a college town, and all the college kids drink at these bars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what's happening there now, but
Right.
back in its heyday, there's like 4 or 5 popular bars around there.
Yeah, like all in the same like kind of intersection area. So yeah, kind of like that's why we call it the Bermuda. I haven't called it that since like I was super
the
young.
Bermuda.
Yeah, since we actually used to go out to drink in our early 20s.
I know. I was like, yeah, I definitely hit up those bars. Not anymore, but
not anymore.
okay. So it's that area, and there's a big parking lot right there, and you have to pay to park there. And the massage place was like right across the street. And so I was like, oh, because I think the parking garage, which is a creepy parking garage. I don't like to go in there anyway, but it was closed. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to park across in like open parking or whatever. So I go over there and there's construction going on. It's nighttime. It's dark.
Scary.
And it had been raining. So there's not like a lot of light. And you have to go to one of those kiosks. So there's no one else around. And I go to this kiosk and I'm like doing the whole thing. And then I like hear somebody walk up behind me. And then I hear him walk up way too close behind me, like uncomfortably close. And I was like, what is about to happen?
Like smelling your hair close.
Like he could have, like way too close to be socially acceptable in any situation, especially an empty parking lot.
Like you felt his warmth.
Yeah, I could just feel his presence behind me.
Yuck.
And out of the corner of my eye, I saw that he had his hood up. And so I was like, and he was bigger than me. And so I'm already like, shit. And also you have your back to that person. So that's just like an extra layer of vulnerable. And so like I knew that I was going to have to like turn around and look this motherfucker in the face.
Yeah, right.
Because I was like, he is going to rob me. Like he is standing way too close to me.
Isn't that like the number one rule is like eye contact?
Exactly.
Because they don't want you to see their face.
Right.
So like immediately look at their...
Which is the most terrifying thing. I am so non-confrontational.
Oh, and I have a hard time with eye contact in general.
Yeah, when I feel safe.
Right, exactly.
So I like had to like steel myself and I like slowly turned around and I looked up into his face and just made direct eye contact with him.
Yes.
Didn't say anything and then slowly turned back around, finished my shit, got out of there, got into my car, and I turned back around. He didn't even use the kiosk and he walked away.
That's
And that part almost made me cry.
I was so like, glad you got back to your car though.
I was like, he didn't even use it. He was just standing
behind. That's sick and disgusting.
And then I had to go get my massage and I didn't tell anybody, but I was scared.
Yeah, how can you relax after that?
I know. I'm like, they're like, breathe. I'm like,
God, that's terrifying. I've only had like there was like one time, it was at night, which is terrifying. I was driving alone, which is terrifying. Why did I even go out at all alone? I was very stupid. And I was in like that closed parking garage, and I remember pulling out, and then like I was not even like out of the parking spot yet really, and like somebody knocked on my passenger window, and it was like obviously this young drunk guy. He definitely was like a bro dude, and
he's like a Todd,
a Brad.
He was a Brad.
Yeah, so I immediately didn't like feel like super scared, I guess, because I was like, oh, this dumb college
but still
guy.
startling,
still startling, and he was knocking on my window and he was yelling at me, and I don't even remember what he was yelling at me for, and I was so stupid. I even like, I didn't roll down the window, but I like notched it down a little so I can hear him, and he was just like yelling at me, and I don't even know what, and he was just obviously drunk. And then I was like, fuck off, and then like closed my window and started driving. I was like, Jesus, like leave me alone. Like, who does that?
I don't know, drunk belligerent people.
Yeah.
So apparently. Be careful in parking garages, and be careful if you're alone, period. Like I have like a spiky thing on my keychain. And
yeah, me too. It's like cat ears, but it's sharp.
Yeah.
Ready to stab.
But yeah, like PSA, like it's the most terrifying thing ever, but you're supposed to look them in the eye.
Yeah.
So that then they know you can identify him. Mm-hmm. I still remember what that fucker looked like. It's like a white, skinny guy.
Creepy. That's awful.
Yeah.
Wow, did we just do a little listens?
Well, I think we did.
I think we just did another little listens.
Little listens.
Thanks, guys. Those are great stories.
Those really were.
It was worth the wait because those are all great.
Yeah.
Wow, quality.
We'll always take more if you have any more.
Please, all the good stuff. Parking lot stories.
Parking lot stories. Send in your parking lot stories. I bet every girl that we know has a creepy parking lot story.
Yeah. I think you were with me with one of them. Like, I was driving too slow, but, like, there was somebody pulling out, and I think you and Jesse were with me, and then he, like, knocked on my window. Like,
oh, no, I wasn't with you, but I remember that story.
Oh, you do? Yeah, somebody was with me, and they were like, you're going too fucking slow. And I'm like, there's somebody pulling out. Like, go fuck off. Like, what am I supposed to go 20 in a park? This is a parking garage. Go fuck off.
People are terrible.
Wow. Yeah, they really are. They took the energy to yell at me. It's so stupid.
I know. What are they doing with their life? What are you doing with your life, listeners? Send us some stories. And we missed you.
We did miss you. Do you want to read the board I worked so hard on?
Shauna rewrote this with all of our social medias on it. She wrote it like 15 times.
I tried really hard.
It's in a rainbow gradient. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I posted it on our Instagram. You can see how perfect it is.
She's very proud of it. Okay, I'm going to read it.
Do it.
Check us out on our socials. And that is Anxious and Afraid the Pod. So that is our handle for both our Facebook page and our group, along with our Instagram and our Gmail. Sometimes we're on Twitter at AA the Pod. And then you can support us at patreon.com/anxious and afraid. We also have some fun merch if you're interested. And we have like kind of off and on frequent sales on that merch, you guys. So just check in every once in a while. Like TeePublic will often do like 35% off sales. So we'll try and shout you out when they're doing that. But yeah, check back in with that if you want some merch.
Yeah, it does happen often. So definitely wait for that sale.
Yeah, and you can find all of these things listed in our episode notes and on our website, which is anxiousandafraid.com. Support us for free by leaving a rating and review. You can do that on iTunes. It really does help us in the long run. And, subscribe to the show and tell your friends about us and your mom and your cousin.
And your coworkers.
And your coworkers.
Yeah. All the people that are weird like us.
You work at a job that likes podcasts? Well, I bet your friend would like a new suggestion. Hi, new friend. Listen to us.
Okay. I think we did it.
Yeah.
How do we end this off?
Oh, wait. We're supposed to say, good up and good night.
Oh, that's what we do.
Yep.
We're so out of it.
Should we say it together?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Good up and good night.
Music by Book for free and edited by Michael.
There's plenty of time. You can just go for it again if you want.
Okay. Music by Broke for Free and we're edited by Michael. Totally immediately forgot. What am I doing?
We have an active shooter inside the fairgrounds.
Welcome to Active Shooter, a podcast that covers the whys, the hows, and the aftermath of active shooter events. We will delve into the lives interrupted by domestic terrorists. We will investigate the background of the shooter and together discuss ways in which they can be stopped or even prevented in the future. We will also discuss the failures of our mental health system.
They have an active shooter in the building. A second call says they are being attacked. I've been shot. 1692 means we got shots fired. 4:15 at the Route 291. Sounded like an automatic firearm. But appears to be shots fired.
We will look at the media responses and discover together how they may have inadvertently inspired and contributed to the rise of the mass shootings.
Active shooter, reports of an active shooter,
mass casualty incidents.
This is not a political podcast, nor a podcast about gun control. This is a podcast that studies the psychology behind active shooters, and how and why they make the decisions they have made to take the lives of innocent people.
I love you. I love you. It's going to be fine. Can you hide somewhere? Can you play dead?
Welcome to Active Shooter. Thank you for listening.